Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your reading. So Capricorn, we are going to be looking at our tarot cards, we're going to be looking at our oracle cards, and we're also going to be diving deep into some channeled messages for today. The channeled messages for today, which I am going to be putting at the end of this reading, are all about your character is going to be tested for some of you. For some of you, the divine is saying, don't let them trigger you. There is just something where perhaps some people are working in the background trying to trigger you to act out of character. For some of you, the divine is saying it's a setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at those messages later. You know, as I always do, I always try to give you some relatable stories to what I went through, so maybe you can understand the message a lot better. So first things first, let's grab some oracle cards and let's dive deep into this reading. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I want you to comment in the comment section below 88, because of course it is the Lion Gate portal today. It actually is 4 years ago, I think, since I started my own proper spiritual awakening journey, and it started on this very day, 888 in 2019. It's a story for another day. So I can't even speak now. So for some of you who are going through your own journeys at the moment, this is a very powerful time, especially today, to say your prayers. But the Lion Gate portal is not just at its peak on the 8th of the 8th today, but rather it lasts a couple of weeks, okay? So if you are not in the mental space, or if you are not able to meditate to connect with the divine, you still have a couple of days. Don't feel that you have missed this powerful time right now. Beloved Capricorn, let's get our oracle cards and see what the message is that the divine is wanting to give you. As usual, please do remember that these readings are generalized, and to take what is resonating with you, leaving behind anything that is not for you. So the first card that is coming up, the divine is giving you, the Goddess of Dreams. Okay, it's talking about visions, it's talking about your intuition, it's talking about your ability to receive divine information, and not only receive it, but have the ability to understand what the divine is trying to tell you. So right now, as we are at this Lion Gate portal, you could be seeing that your dreams are powerful, your dreams are vivid. Receive them. And even if you don't know how to interpret those dreams, it is important for you to communicate with your guides and with your ancestors, and to ask them to help you understand what the dreams are all about. For some of you, you could just be seeing that your vision is really powerful. Your intuition is really powerful. The divine is saying that for some of you right now, you just could be seeing that your psychic abilities become absolutely insanely powerful. Okay, so welcome the gifts that are here and start learning to know how to use them for your benefit, and if possible for other people's benefit too. So keep a dream journal by the side of your bed. When you wake up, whatever you can receive from that dream, receive it, write it down. And then you could be seeing that maybe the dream is elaborating itself over time. I think for most of us, we don't really utilize the power of the dream. We don't really understand the power of when we are sleeping, how we can use this time, not to only learn, not only grow, but to also ask for information, ask for solutions. Literally command your subconscious mind before you fall asleep for it to go and find the answers that you need. Train your subconscious mind, and before you know it, you'll be able to see that when you are sleeping, your subconscious mind is gathering all the information that you need, and then you start dreaming about it. You start dreaming about it, write it down, and then you'll be able to understand what your subconscious mind is trying to tell you. Okay, that message was for someone out there. You needed to hear that. So let's get our next card. I believe maybe it was you, or maybe it was Taurus who received this card yesterday. The divine is talking about your freedom, okay? The divine is saying that for some of you, you are praying to be sovereign. You are praying to be free. The divine is saying, understand that the gate, the door is open. You are not caged in any type of situation. Remember, about 3 or 4 readings ago, the divine was telling you to just decide. When you decide, you're now able to take the action that you need to take. So the divine is saying that for some of you, to claim your freedom, to claim your sovereignty, you are going to be moving on. You are going to be letting go of people, of situations that no longer serve you, because now you're understanding that you are wanting to walk with peace. You're wanting to enter a new peaceful chapter. So it's almost like you're entering into a new doorway, into a new portal, where now you're able to understand that peace is very much overlooked, okay? So the divine is saying that your freedom is going to be important. It is important, as usual, to let go, to move on from things that don't work for you, that don't serve you. The next card that we have, Capricorn, we received this card yesterday, I think, as well, in another reading. You or Aquarius, I don't know why I want to keep on saying Aquarius, Taurus, I'm sure you received this reading, okay, this card. And this card is talking about being very conscious about the steps that you're currently taking. It feels like this, like a collective energy that is currently around us. And it makes sense because it is the Lion Gate portal. So there is a collective consciousness that we are all working with at the moment. I feel that a lot of us are wanting our freedom. A lot of us are receiving absolutely powerful messages through our dreams. A lot of us are going to be taking conscious steps connected to the information that we received in our dreams. So whatever you're currently experiencing, the divine is saying to you that this is a powerful time. So please do not dismiss or ignore any information that is coming up. And it is important for you to take those conscious steps towards a new beginning, towards your freedom that you have been praying for. So there's a powerful message that is there, that the divine is saying that it is important for you to start considering, to start thinking about the steps that you're wanting to take. As you're gaining your freedom, as you're planning to take your freedom, as you're creating your exit plan, the divine is saying, be very conscious of the steps that you're putting in place, okay? Let's have a look to see what you currently need to know at this present moment in time. And you are receiving our Soulful Appreciation card. And our Soulful Appreciation card is talking about that heartfelt gratitude. Okay, so I feel that for some of you, it is going to be really important today, or whilst this Lion Gate portal is still open, to really step into the energy of being authentically grateful for what you already have. There is a soul appreciation that is wanting to express itself through prayer, through gratitude offerings. Maybe you've got an altar in your home connected to your ancestors, maybe connected to the deities that you work with, and it is important for you to just go and sit on your altar and be with your guides and be with your ancestors and to offer that heartfelt gratitude, because the divine is saying that right now, this heartfelt gratitude is going to be important. And then guess what? When you are grateful for what you already have, more is given onto you. It just feels like there's a treasure that is here that is wanting to unfold in your life. It almost feels to me when I'm looking at this card that for some of you, you could be out for a walk maybe and you find a golden coin. For some of you, you could be out somewhere, maybe secluded, and you could just be coming towards some divine and inspired information. Follow the clues that the divine is going to be sending for you, okay? That's what you need to know at this present moment in time. Okay, so let's have a look to see our tarot cards, and let's see what our tarot cards have to say. So let's have a look to see what our tarot cards are wanting to tell you, are wanting to bring to your attention. Okay. So the first card that you are receiving is the energies of the Page of Pentacles. I told you that you could be out walking somewhere out in nature and you could be receiving a golden coin. And our first card that is coming up for you is literally you finding a golden coin. The Page of Pentacles is all about you understanding that there is a divine gift that is going to be given to you. This divine gift, if you use it well, you could be seeing that it is growing over time to pay out handsomely, to become more valuable over time. So there's just a powerful message that is there When you're out walking, keep your eyes peeled. Really just, just have awareness, and you could be finding something valuable. Maybe it is even like a gold coin that is old, maybe an ancient coin. There's just something valuable that you could be stumbling upon. So let's have a look to see what our next card is wanting to bring in. You're receiving the energies of the 10 of Wands. Interesting. You're receiving the energies of the 3 of Cups. Also interesting. So let's bring these cards to the table and let's elaborate on the message that is here. We spoke about you really wanting your freedom, praying for your freedom. The energies of the 10 of Wands, it just indicates that for some of you, you just feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. The divine is saying to you that it is important to just take a moment to put everything down and to ask yourself, why am I carrying so much weight? Is this my weight? Is it someone else's weight? If it's not your weight that you're carrying, please put it down. It is not your responsibility to be shouldering other people's weight, other people's responsibilities. The divine is saying that there is just a feeling that is here where you are doing too much for other people, where it almost feels like other people are taking you for a ride. You are working, you're breaking your back, and other people are just benefiting from all the work that you're putting in, and you are not seeing any payback. You are not even enjoying whatever it is that is given to you from the work that you are currently doing, because other people are busy enjoying. Other people are busy having a good time whilst you are suffering. So the divine is always reminding you that this is your human experience. You can carry on lifting other people. You can carry on carrying other people's burdens. But at some point, it is up to you to say enough is enough and to put everything down and to let other people carry their own burdens so that you can move on faster, so that you can let go of what doesn't serve you. Can you see how this energy of these two cards are exactly the same? Okay, the divine is saying that you feel that you have been carrying too much. You feel that you have been doing too much for other people. You are yearning, you are praying for your freedom. The divine is saying that there is nothing keeping you in this situation. The door, the gate is opened. So it is up to you to start moving towards your peace. It is up to you to put everything down so you can move towards your peace quicker. It is important for you to let go of what is currently not working so that you are not suffering for longer than what is necessary. So as you're listening to that message, the divine is giving you the energies of the 3 of Cups. And now you have let everything down. You're taking conscious steps towards your freedom. You are looking forward. You are moving forward with lightness. And as you're moving forward with lightness, now you're able to celebrate, because now you can see, okay? You can now see where you were lifting other people, where you were doing too much, where you were showing up way too much, more than what was needed, more than what was necessary. So the divine is saying to you that it is important for you to open your eyes and to see where you have been taken advantage of. And then not only to see, but to do something about it. Because once you have chosen your freedom, once you have chosen to move on, to let go of that narcissistic relationship, of that job that you absolutely feel that it is draining you, it is killing you softly. When you move on from that, there's a sense of liberation that is going to be there. And there's a sense of celebration that is going to be on the cards. Because now you're able to start planning a new chapter for yourself. Because as we can see, you're going to be moving in peace. And this is really good for you. So the divine is saying it is really important for you to keep looking forward, letting go of whatever is holding you back and moving on with peace. So let's have a look to see where we are at this present moment in time. At the bottom of the deck of what you need to know at this present moment in time, you are receiving the energies of the 2 of Cups. Love this for you, because the divine is saying to you that again, you are going to be finding your peace. The 2 of Cups is all about balance. And it is interesting that this card is underneath our soulful appreciation card. So the divine is saying having the energies of the two is bringing balance to a situation. So as you're walking away from situations where they are putting a lot of burdens on your shoulders, as you're now able to celebrate because you feel free, right? You've claimed your freedom. And now as you're moving forward, you're going to be seeing that you will find those people who bring this energy of healing, who bring this energy of love, of acceptance, where you don't have to do too much to be accepted, where you don't allow other people to take advantage of you, but instead you're bringing balance to your heart, to your soul, to your experiences, and you're understanding that if you are in a relationship, if you are in a work situation, whatever situation, if you don't feel seen, if you don't feel appreciated, if the situation brings heaviness to your heart, you walk away, because the divine is saying that don't sit at tables where you don't belong. Don't sit at tables where you have to give up your peace. Don't be amongst snakes just because you are lonely, just because you need friends, just because you want to be in a relationship. When you let go of everything that doesn't serve you, when you move on and you start looking forward to the people who are going to bring this sense of peace into your life, you are going to actually start seeing that your soul tribes, your soulmates, the people that bring balance into your life will come into your life. So the divine is saying that you know that you found your people because you feel that heartfelt gratitude. You don't have to do even elaborate and big things. You don't have to be carrying other people's weight on your shoulders for them to love you, for them to appreciate you, for them to see you. When you are in balanced relationships, you can literally just make a cup of tea for someone, and the gratitude, the love that they show you is unmeasurable. And this is when you know that you are at the right place, you are at the right relationships, and you are in your own glory. Okay, you're in your own like a divine power. So when I was doing your meditation, the story or the message that was coming up, the divine just wanted you to be very conscious about a situation that could be triggering, that could be happening. The divine is saying that for some of you, there just could be something that is currently happening, maybe where you really feel that your character is being tested. For some of you, in the future, your character will be tested, but the divine is saying stand strong. Okay, don't let them trigger you to acting out of character. So I'm trying to always giving you a story of a time when I almost acted out of character because I had got triggered so far and I got pushed so far that it was just a point of no return. I think for most of us that we've experienced these points in life where a decision that we could have made could have completely changed our lives forever and ever. So for me, the one time, one of many times, but the one time that I remember where I could have made a decision that was absolutely going to be devastating to my life was when I was 16 years old. I had moved to the UK when I was 12, okay? And I stayed with my sister. My sister is 15 years older than me. When I came to the UK, I just thought that life was going to be so good. I felt like God had answered my prayers, especially living with a very violent, extremely violent mother back in Zimbabwe. When I moved to the UK, I just thought that life was just going to be like, I don't know, rainbows and butterflies. However, when I got to the UK, started living with my sister, I soon found out that she was an alcoholic, and she was a very verbally abusive alcoholic. For me, living with my mom, she was very physical. Okay, so I was used to being very physically abused literally every day. That was fine. I could mentally cope with that. I was able to exist in that environment. When I moved to the UK, and my sister wasn't violent, but she was very verbal. She would like literally destroy you with her words. It was something that I couldn't really cope with because I didn't feel like you could explain to anyone what was happening to you, because you can't open up your brain and say, this is where I got hurt. This is, you know, when someone is physically violent, you have the bruises, you have like the scars, you have something to prove. So once I started living in the UK, it was a very confusing time for me, especially being 12 and not being able to speak to my mom or to anyone for that matter about what was happening. So I stayed with my sister up until I was 16. And at 16, I just decided that, you know what, enough was enough. I remember one night just being literally pushed to the edge of my strength. So my sister had passed out. And I remember that day so clear, like it is happening right now. I remember deciding that this is the day that it ends. Okay, it was just like, I cannot do this anymore. So whilst she was passed out, I went to the kitchen, got the sharpest knife, and she was lying there. And I remember holding this knife and thinking that I just have to stab her just one time and my pain will be over. The person who's causing me so much anguish, they will be gone and that will be it. Of course, that was stupid because you'd have gone to prison and all of these things would have happened. So I remember I was standing there and suddenly the voice of my guides came in and they were like, she is someone's parent, she is someone's daughter. You don't have the right to take her life. And I was just like, no, I cannot do this anymore. And I remember crying and she was just completely gone, okay, just unconscious. And I remember crying, just standing there and I'm thinking to myself, I cannot do this anymore. Literally, I had been triggered to a point where things were turning deadly, okay? So I remember the voice was just like, you don't do this. This will change you forever and you never, don't do it, okay? So I remember saying, okay. So I put the knife on this bedside cabinet. And I remember that my sister had sleeping pills. So I went and got the sleeping pills. And I just thought, you know what, the easiest way to unalive myself was just to take the whole bottle and never to wake up again. So I remember taking the whole bottle, going to the bathroom, locking the bathroom, and I was sitting on the floor. I opened the bottle and I had the pills in my hand. And again, the voice came back. And he started talking to me so lovingly and so kind and started offering like different ways of dealing with the situation. And I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. How much pain do I have to go through? You know, and I just want this to end. And I would like it to end today. And I remember that voice and that love just being there and like, don't do this. So I remember it was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I put the bottle of pills on the floor. I went and took my bags, packed all my bags, and I walked. It probably was about 12 to 15 miles from where we were staying. I remember walking to the local like help center and just staying outside until the help center was opened. And when the help center opened, I remember telling them I cannot go home. And the lady was just like, well, you do need to go home. And I was like, no, I'm not going home. I'd rather be homeless on the streets. And she was like, okay, then be homeless on the streets. And so I remember staying the whole day outside. And when it was closing time and she was going home, she was like, you're still here. And I was like, yeah. And so she was like, okay, come inside the office. So I went inside the office with her. I filled out some paperwork and she drove me to this like homeless shelter. And I went and stayed in the homeless shelter for about 1 year. So that was a story for me where I just think like things could have just gone in a completely different direction that could have completely changed me. So I don't know exactly what is happening with you guys. I know it's not that extreme, but for some of you, maybe you could just be in your car and something happens and you are just maybe having a bad day or you're just having some type of day and you could just act. So the divine is saying it is going to be really important for you this month of August to be at peace, to be grounded, to be centered, to let go of what's not serving you, to create your exit plan, to really listen to your dreams or your intuition that is coming in because your guides and your ancestors are there wanting to give you this loving like embrace that is here and wanting to guide you. Okay, so Capricorn, again, don't let anyone trigger you. Don't let anyone push you to the extreme because your guides and your ancestors truly want you to know that the Two of Cups is here, which is an energy of coming together, working together, and everything is going to be just fine. I can absolutely say to you that there is a journey that you're going to be going on where you are going to be taking some conscious steps forward. And each conscious steps that you're taking, you're healing, you're growing. Each conscious step that you're taking, things are going to get better and better and better until your heart is as light as a feather, until your heart is as light as a butterfly. You've got two butterflies that are here. So again, I feel that for some of you, those butterflies that are prominent, that are there for a reason. So if you've watched this reading all the way, again, I want you to comment that blue butterfly or that dove, okay, for that symbol of peace. So beloved, this is a reading, the message that I have for you. Don't forget, give this video a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you soon. It's a goodbye.